Bonjour coders, welcome to progspacvnn. This is the second and final part for creating our virtual dynamic dice using Turtle library in Python. So without wasting any time, let's get started. The very first thing we are going to do is create a function called click. For now, we will pass the function. The next thing we want is that we'll write a code so that whenever we press the upper arrow key, the dice rolls. So here we go. First I have to write win.listen, then on key press, it will call the function click, and for the upper arrow key you have to put the U cap in the uppercase and then up. So whenever we click the upper arrow key, it will call the function click. So now let's write the function click. So let me just remove this. Alright, first let's import a random module and then create a variable called num random.randint, and we want Python to select randomly numbers between 1 to 6, right? Okay, and while doing that we will say print clicked. Now let's use the if conditions. So if num equals 1, then now we will create 7 turtle objects starting from 0, which would be like dot. Now this is the circles that we want, the rates per circles we want on our dice. Alright, so we'll say turtle dot turtle. Now we'll give some properties to our dot. So it is shape first, circle, then color, red, then we'll say pen up so that it does not draw when we give it the location. Okay, it will not draw a line. Dot go to the origin, that is 0, 0. Now similarly you have to do 7 such turtle objects. I will explain why. Just wait for a moment. Control V, and then this. 4 are done. Move 3. So we'll remove this. Okay. Now this is 0, then this is 1, 2, 4. I know it's a little lengthy, but it is the simplest way to create a dice. Okay, so you need one more. No, it's perfect. Alright, so I will explain now why we need 7 turtle objects. See, I have created a diagram over here. So 1 is for this, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 0 is the origin. Okay, now we have to give the location to each and every object, right? So for 1 it is minus 125, 125. I have simply taken the half of 250. Okay, so yeah, let's start with that. This 125. Now 125. Now 2 is over here, which is minus 125, 0 on the x-axis basically. So let's give that minus 125. 3 will be both negative, minus 125, minus 125, you can see over here, this one. Then 4 is this, 125, 125. Wait a second. Then fifth is on the x-axis again, 125, 0, you can see that over here. And the next one is on the fourth quadrant, which is 125, minus 125. So yeah, I think it should come. Let's just see our code runs or not. So I have pressed run. Here we go. See, there are 7 dots which we needed. And here it shows click because I have clicked the upper arrow key. So only then it appears, alright. For now we have just said num is equal to 1. So luckily it was 1. Okay. Alright, now what we will do is that now whenever num is equal to 1, that is our variable num is equal to 1, then we want it to show this figure 0 as red, and the rest of the circles from 1 to 6 will be black. So let's make 0 red and the rest will be black. So now let's get back to the code. We'll make 0 as red, yeah, it is there, and other all we need to make them black. 1 black, 3 black, 6 is also black now. So this is perfect. Let's tell the Python to print the number that it chooses along with clicked. So I'll say print num. So each and every time the number, if it chooses 1, then it will print 1 and then clicked. So it will help us to know whether we are getting the right number on the dice. Now for 2, what we want is that we want 0 to be black and 1 and 6 to be red. Okay, so we'll write it down. We'll copy this. Code C. Then if num equals to code V. You have to make this 0 as black. We need 1 and 6 to be red. Yep, here we go. And now for 3, let's see. Now for 3, what you have to do, you have to only make 0 as red. Okay, like this. Alright. Let's copy this first. C. If num equals 3, code V, and just make 0 as red. Now let's see for 4. Now for 4, what do you want? You want 0 to be black again. And you want 3 and 4 to be red. Right, let's get to the code now. I have to copy this first. Zero is black now, and we want 3 and 4 to be red. So 3 is red and 4 is also red. Now for 5, we have to just make 0 red again. Yep. So let's get back. Let's copy this. Let's get to 0. Oh, we have to write the if condition as well. So if num equals 5, then this. Now I will just select this and press tab. Alright. Now we have to make 0 red. Yep, here we go. Now for 6, we need to make 0 black again. And 2 and 5, we need to make them red. Alright. Let's get to the code now. If num equals 6, I have put an extra indent over here, so we have to correct that. So we'll select this and say shift plus tab. Yep, here we go. And the next thing I have to just copy that and paste it over here. Make 0 black again, and we have to make 2 and 5 red. So 2 needs to be red and 5 also needs to be red now. Alright, that's it. We're done with the code now. Let's check whether our dice rolls properly. One and 1, 4 and 4, 2 and 2, 6 and 6, 2 again. You can check it over here at the left bottom corner. 5 and 5, 6 and 6, 3 and 3. Yes, it works perfectly. And we have made our dynamic virtual dice. So that's it for this video, and in the upcoming videos I will be making more such fun projects. Until then, enjoy coding.